Emma, Jacka, Jenny, what up, guys? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we feeling today? Sorry, I'm a little late. Had some pizza. Had to eat a little bit of pizza. Pizza with shorty. I got my red busy. Red busy for busy. We're about to do some, cover some news. Listen to music. Cleaning before Indian. Nice. Bro, I cleaned my house today. You got a red busy too? What flavor? What flavor? How are we feeling today, guys? Happy Sunday. My research chemicals showed up. What does that mean? Your research chemicals? I'm great. My sport team won their league, so I can't be mad at that. Good shit. You know what I'm mad at? Yo, Candy, what up, baby? Welcome back, my boy. Who's watching Survivor, bro? Is anybody watching Survivor that's not me? And I'm hyped. Good shit. When do they announce? They should react to auditions live. That'd be sick. That'd be awesome. But I feel like that'd be awkward at the same time. The reason I say awkward is because I feel like, just imagine, right? Imagine you are like listening to auditions for your band, but you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So you're awkwardly like, oh, yeah, sorry, no, but good job. You know what I mean? Like, you have to pretend to like auditions that you probably don't really like. You know what I mean? So maybe it's best that they don't stream it. However, I think it's a cool idea. June 6th, auditions. Okay, fuck yeah. I hope you get it. Yo, Kevin, what up? Sorry if that's off topic. If what's off topic? What up, Kevin? How you? Oh, seen a lot of homophobia being thrown Caleb's way lately, and honestly, it's starting. Yeah, we're gonna touch on that. No. We're gonna talk about Caleb Shomo. We're gonna talk about Ozzy Osbourne. Ami, what up? Not off topic. Not off topic at all. Don't worry. We're about to touch on that stuff. I don't know why that your first message didn't go through. I hope you get it, Emma. That'd be so sick. That's today community playlist. That's on Mondays. Mondays is community playlist. Today is drama day, react day. Catch up with chat. What you guys do over the weekend? You love the Magikarp? Thanks, bro. I want one day for all of that to be filled to the brim with dumbass plushies. Question. Yo, Candid, can you hear the music over on your side? I don't know how to fix it. Lately... I don't know why. You shouldn't. If you do, it is what it is. But you shouldn't. I don't know why else it would show up. Like, you'd be able to hear it on YouTube. It's just mad weird. You can? Yeah, I don't know what to do about it. I'm doing my best, but whatever. I might get a fucking copyright. It's fine. You've been doing fuck all. Hey, I love that kind of weekend, bro. I love that kind of weekend. Play the Pokemon TCG with some friends. Pull some nice art cards. Nice. I keep saying every week that I got to get into my local scene, and I will. Inevitably. Really quick before we start stream, I wanna see if I could do something about my mic quality. I don't think my mic quality is bad, but I feel like it could probably be better. So I'm gonna excuse me. I found these settings. Tell me if my mic sounds better. All right, test. Hello. How's my mic sound? Excuse me. Does my mic sound better with this compressor on, or does it sound better like this with compressor off? Test 1 2 3 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3 1 2 3. What sounds better? Yo, Ghost, what up, baby? How's your parade thing? Show you some decks? Yeah, fuck yeah. Send them in the got a compressor, bro. It's a filter. Send it into the IRL channel on Discord. I'll float you my list so you can kill it at locals. Fuck yeah. It is on YouTube, Jacko. Off is better. Compression off is better. This is compression on right now, and then this is off. Wait, oh no, sorry. This is off. This is compression off. I don't like filters on the mic, but if it ups the quality, it is what it is, I guess, you know? But anyway, whatever. The pro was so fun. Clip we even made a word. Oh, that's so exciting. You're on the news. Oh my god, you're so famous. You're a local legend. You're a local legend. I don't think your mic is loud enough for it to make a difference. Okay, bet. Wait, louder. I'm in the red. I think it's, I don't know. But anyway, guys, how we doing? How we doing? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I got accepted for that book sponsor I told you guys about. That's gonna be cool. And then I was gonna drop a Johnny Craig video with it, and then I told them, hey, yeah, they were like, oh, we gotta accept your release date and your video topic. I'm like, oh, how about Johnny Craig? Yo, Rennes, what up? How you doing? I'm great, man. And they were like, can you give us someone a little less controversial? So I'm gonna do an attack video. 2-second clip and I'm famous now? Fuck yeah, bro. That's still cool as hell. Do you have a clip of that clip? A compressor just makes the quieter parts. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew that, but I thought it also deletes like whatever background noise you may have, you know? That shit looks so bright. I'm insecure about my setup. I don't know why. That's fine though. Fuck yeah, guys. Halo is pretty good in the algorithm. Yeah. I wanted to do. So I don't know how I'm gonna tie it all together, but I definitely want to do some sort of like video, right? Or okay, so I was thinking of a series of videos. So I wanted to do like Attack obviously spawned like 3 fucking powerhouses, that being of Mice and Men, Bill Murray, and Beartooth. And I was thinking of doing some sort of video as to where like I do an Attack series where I do like I guess like a rise and fall of some sort of each band, and then tie it all. Excuse me, I just held a gargle. Tie it all with the Attack video. And then do a compilation, like fucking fat ass 3-hour video of just like all those videos together or something. I think that'd be really cool. But we'll see. I don't know. Low key, the content side of things are a little. I feel like I'm starting to get to that point of overthinking again, and that's something I really don't want. I don't want to overthink at all. So I don't know, like all I did was schedule my videos out till September, and I'm already like second guessing like half of them. I don't know I don't know why I get like that, but I do. And I know I'm like neglecting the Vizzy VODs channel, which is another thing, and Vizzy Plus. So I don't know, but it's fine. We're here, baby. We're here. I never even asked you guys, is there a specific band that you would want me to cover or story? I never even asked you guys. I never ask you guys. I have like a small crowd of people that watch me, and I never ask you guys. Is this Ronnie Radke? No, dude. This is Mom. Bro. I can hear it though. Now you might have ruined this band for me. Sewer Slut? I would, but that's too outside of the niche. The balance between me listening to what you're saying and singing along to the back. Banger, isn't it, Kevin? Orbit culture. But let's hear some thoughts on Code Orange. Okay. Invent Anime. Okay. See, I guess I want to focus on like Warp Tour Mallcore shit for probably the rest of the year. Or at least the majority of the rest of the year, and then branch out. Okay, so let me tell you. Okay, after this, we'll get into content. I just love yapping about YouTube. So right now, the plan is to get out videos covering all the powerhouses of like the Warped Tour scene back in the day, like the golden years, the golden age of Warped Tour. Did you guys see that guy? Dude, that character from Baki is about to be DLC in Tekken. That's absolutely insane. Anyway, I wanted to cover pretty much everything there is to cover about the Warped Tour bands in that scene, and then whatever clout I obtain during that era, I want to branch off of that and do like other stories and bands that are smaller. Okay, for example, if I do a video on, let's say, Mom Jeans, right? They're not the biggest band. They don't have like the biggest stain, right? Versus a band like A Day to Remember, which is probably going to be the next video after this Panic at the Disco video, right? So while it could obtain some views, sure, but I feel like if I establish myself as a creator with like a nice resume, and it's like if I establish trust with the viewer, no matter what the topic is about, it's still going to be a good video. I think those videos would do better and also shed more light on bands that probably need more love. Not to say Mom Jeans are already killing it on their corner of music, but if I can like throw some fellas their way, right, that'd be a cool thing. So I don't know. That's basically the plan. Because there's not really, I mean, Yan is doing it too now, but like there's not many people doing like covering Warped Tour shit specifically. Be interesting, especially after you did a song with Jers. Yeah. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do Jeffree Star at some point too. I haven't done Motionless in White, but yeah, I think that's a good option. Yo, Total, what up? Yo, YouTube Andy, what up? Screenshot of it? Okay, but let's check this out and then we'll get into the drama, the news. Can't believe somebody coming out as gay is considered drama in today's age. Oh, that's awesome. This is so cool. So what? So I don't understand. What is it, like a Halloween parade? Was it? Oh, it's because you're gonna do the pumpkin patch thing, no? Is that what it is? Is it because you're gonna do like the Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy? Oh, and this was the good shit. That would be a good one. Motionless Wife has some awesome history, yeah. I think that like Motionless in White does have a good story, being like, yeah, not like I feel like Motionless in White suffers with the Fortnite effect, is what I call it. And the reason why I call it the Fortnite effect is because I don't think Motionless in White is a bad band. They're not. I'm not a big fan of Chris Motionless's like vocals, but you know, they are a good band, especially like that first, what was it, EP or something, was super fucking good. But I think their audience kind of I wouldn't say their audience suppresses them from growth because they're already such a massive band, but I feel like a lot of people are closed-minded to the band because of their audience, right? Because they have such like their audience has like, is it like stan culture or whatever? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, audience, the die-hard Motionless in White fans are pretty loud and they're pretty cringe, and it's like, okay, is this a cringe band to check out? Right? Like, I don't know if I fuck with that kind of like audience, or I don't know if I want to, like, I don't want to go somewhere and be like, I fuck with Motionless in White, and then somebody immediately sees me as like the generic like Motionless in White stan, right? That's why it's like I haven't tried Fortnite for a very, very long time, and that's because it was riddled to the brim with like fucking shitty little diaper babies, right? And we love Fortnite, and I'm like, okay, I'm not associating with whatever the fuck that is, right? And then I tried Fortnite, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty fun. Oh, you're just in it? Okay, that's cool. I'm a clown. It's a Memorial parade, and we were in it, haunted here, right? Yeah, that's cool, Ghost. But not loose. I don't like the vocalist more because of his sound, but I can appreciate the sound. Yeah, exactly. We're talking about Fortnite. So yeah, with that being said, I think Motionless in White does have like a really good story. I think they have a really, really good story. And I haven't really watched any like, I know they're out there like Rise and Fall, Motionless in White videos, but I want to try to find an angle that hasn't been spoken about, so I'm gonna have to watch whatever's out there and make sure it's not a copy and paste. Anyway, all right, guys, who's ready? Oh shit, my headphones fell off. I fell off. Busy does Fortnite karaoke? Fuck no. Fuck no. If I do karaoke on stream, I have to get absolutely hammered. Yo, Emily, femboy icon. You know me. Femboy icon. Speaking of femboys! Thanks for that easy segue, Emily. Easy fucking segue. Caleb Shomo. Alright, you guys know. If you watch me, there's no way in fuck you've never heard of the band Beartooth. Now, Caleb Shomo, ex Attack, currently in Beartooth, has come out as gay. And for some fucking reason, even though we're in 2026, I was about to say 2025, for some reason there's drama attached to coming out in this scene. Don't know why. Let's get into it. It is a good band, bro. Great album. Should collab with Cozy Representative. I tried hitting him up. He hasn't hit me back. But I don't think he does like Warped Tour shit anymore. But there is a massive collab I'm doing with someone soon, and I'm not gonna spoil who. But it's gonna be fun. All right, let's see. Twitter. So, okay. I think before maybe I should start from the top with this story. So before anything, our journey begins on YouTube or with a specific music video. Excuse me. What was that Beartooth? What was that recent new song called? I don't oh, it was Free. Hold on, let me turn the music off. Okay, so how long ago was this? 2 months ago. 2 months ago. It felt like forever ago. Time flies when you're chronically online. Wait, what? An error occurred. Please try again later. What? What the fuck? Is YouTube not working for anyone else? What the fuck? Okay, I think I'm having a PC problem because my shit was also not loading my event feed. Is it an Opera GX thing? Or maybe it's a lose computer thing. I don't know. But anyway, 2 months ago, Beartooth released this video, right? And Caleb then reveals himself looking like this, right? And he's clearly femboy as fuck. Like, oh man, what a cute dude, right? And he has this like feminine style to him. He's wearing makeup, he's wearing a crop top, he's wearing like, just like check this out. Just more flashy feminine clothing, right? Like this. Like look at this. Wish I had that body to pull some shit like this off, but I don't. Um no outages right now. Yeah, it's my end. I can't really play the video entirely without it getting like taken down, without this VOD getting taken down. But like he got his nails painted, he looks cute, whatever, right? I didn't think that was a big deal really, but I guess Twitter did. And there was so much backlash that went on, like so many people coming out the woodwork saying, "Oh, woke Beartooth, oh, Caleb Shomo gay." Let me see if I can find any comments. Beartooth, Beartooth, Caleb Shomo. And like, let me see. Let's see. Yo, Judah, what up? It's good. It's good. Having a good day. Having a relaxed day. I don't know, whatever. I guess it doesn't matter too much, but like I did a video on Chris Franzak and touched on it. Chris Franzak also like made a joke at Caleb's expense, and all the internet is like, "Oh man, Beartooth is so gay and libtarded up." Like, "Ooh, ew, yucky, Beartooth. Ooh, crop top. Ooh, six pack." Franz is uncalled for it? Yeah. Um I like Booty Muncher. I like it. So yeah, the entire internet is like going crazy about it. Caleb, now it's still unclear if Caleb ended up it's unclear if Caleb did it for his own mental or timing or what, but he ended up like going offline for a little bit. Like he deactivated his Instagram or some shit, something like that. And then what was it? A few days ago? Let me see. Oh shit, we gotta talk about the Denny's situation too. I don't even know where I saw it. Was it Twitter? I've been on X for like 2 years. I'd never use it. I only use it when I'm like... I only use X whenever I'm like looking for reactions or news or whatever. I don't like... Same thing with Reddit. I don't like browse Twitter or Reddit really. And by the way, I deleted my Instagram app. It's not deactivated, but I deleted the app, and goddamn, life is boring now. But anyway, fast forward to a day ago. Caleb Shomo came out with this post on Instagram. He turned off comments, and it reads, "There's been a lot of speculation surrounding my personal life as of late, and I feel compelled to set the record straight before it affects those I love any further. I am a proudly gay man. This is something I've been unpacking and reckoning with in my life for quite some time now. It's been difficult to navigate the feelings surrounding the subject and figure out what to do with this fact. When it comes to my art / Beartooth, I have always strived to chase who I am in the deepest part of my soul from album to album. As you could gather if you followed the band at all in the early years, there are 4 very self-deprecating albums about exploring my religious upbringing." Goddamn. There are 4 very... Goddamn, why can't I read? Yo, Lex, what up, baby? There are 4 very self-deprecating albums about exploring my religious upbringing, depression, self-hatred, self-loathing, and hopelessness. I am grateful for all of these albums, yet feel embarrassed at times that I wouldn't allow myself to really dig up the roots for so long. I spent a decade burying feelings with alcohol, and honestly, when I decided to put it down and focus on exploring why I felt this way for so long, it's been a direct path to me reconciling? It's been a direct path to me reconciling with my sexuality in hopes that it will eventually lead me to experiencing self-love. One thing I decided before I wrote a single note or lyric for the upcoming album is that whatever happens, I will express myself wholeheartedly and fully. Wherever it takes me, I will follow, and I refuse to water any part of it down, from the music to the lyrical content and the way I portray myself. I will... I'm sorry, I need some water. I know I could... Typically, I'm not good at reading, but right now, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I've been practicing, though. For anyone that's been watching me long enough, you gotta admit, my reading's been getting better. My aura got you nervous? No, it fucking did. No, it fucking did. Yo, Soul, what up? See you in a bit, Ghost. I will only do what makes me happy at the deepest level and what is the most honest depiction of who I am. I believe it's impossible to love every part of you when you won't face every part of you head on. I am trying to finally be proud of who I am, and I think this is a massive part of that journey. To those who have shown me love, empowerment through living life freely and openly in my presence, supporting the queer community, or simply telling me you love me, whoever I am forever in your debt, and I hope you know what you mean to me. I encourage anyone who's struggling with who they are to give yourself a grace. Give yourself patience. Be honest with yourself. Do the hard work instead of burying it down as deep as you physically can, thinking it will change like I did. Holding these things in only hurt you and those around you. Love you all, and hopefully this is a step in the right direction to loving myself one day. Caleb Shomo. More drama. Here's the thing, Soul. So we're reading a powerhouse of the alternative scene come out as gay, and for some reason it spawned drama. So yeah, drama, but not supposed to be. I don't know why people care so much. People shouldn't have to do what looks like damage control because they came out. I know. Okay, here's my written speech. I have a dream that one day all women will kiss other women. I love that speech. I love that speech. I still feel so much anger to what almost happened in sketch. Yeah, that was a scare. The whole sketch thing was extremely scary. Literally he almost like murked himself because his old OnlyFans shit came out. At first I thought it was AI. I literally told Instagram, I bet if that is sketch, I will post my balls on Twitter. I scam, of course. But yeah, that was extremely sad. I'm happy people are over it now, but the way people were acting, like, here's the sad part, right? For the sketch thing, a lot of like streamers came out saying like, oh yeah, I can't associate with sketch anymore because of his past, right? Meanwhile, these same streamers will also collab with women that do OnlyFans, right? What is the difference? That one is gay and what is it? Because one is a bad bitch and one is just like a gay dude. You know, so it's like, it's scary. It's scary. It's sad. Anyway, if you follow Caleb close enough, you might be asking yourself, well, Vizzy, isn't Caleb Shomo married? Yes, he is, to a woman. Now check this out. Oh, whoops. God damn. It was right here. It was literally right here, and then I accidentally refreshed. We'll grab it. It's because people feel the need to attach the music to them / personality, and I guess they want to relate all the way or not, at least in metal all circles. Wait, what do you mean exactly? Are you saying that like people care a lot because, like, let's say I'm a straight dude listening to Beartooth, and all of a sudden Caleb Shomo is gay, and it's like, oh, whoa, what? Like it feels like a betrayal. Is that what you mean, or am I like? Here we go. Hang on. All right, here we are. So you can't relate to someone because they don't fuck with. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Lavender marriages exist, so gay guy with a wife isn't unheard of, especially in extremely religious families and whatnot. Yeah. Well, what does lavender marriage mean exactly? Just popping it. Yo, Slam, what up, baby? Hope you enjoy Baltimore. So, with context, are you saying that like, yeah, like I'm just getting married with a woman because that's what you're supposed to do or whatever? To women to hide and run away from their own feelings. They know social consequence of being a queer man. Yeah. Yeah. Now, anyway, so yes, this is Caleb Shomo's wife. She also turned off comments and shared like a video of them dancing together. Very cute. I don't know why. Okay, sorry. Pause. I'm going to like break. What's the word? I'm just gonna, for a second, come up for a breath of fresh air. Why is the notepad glowing? Why did she put a filter on this thing? It's kind of like, why does it feel like this is a post from like 2014? Anyway, not really sure how to start this because does anything even need to be said? But I guess I'll just dive right in. The past few months have been a very disorientating and hurtful time to navigate for both of us. But I will always want to love, protect, and support Kayla. Yeah, okay, before continuing, imagine being with someone and you marry them, you love them, X, Y, and Z, maybe even kids or whatever. You just have this deep love for them to come out and be like, listen, man, I think I'm gay. That is so fucking tough. That is so tough to deal with, especially because, like, imagine being in that predicament, right? Where it's like, okay, I love this person. I feel like I found my human. Our relationship is absolutely perfect, but this is something like out of nowhere, this happened. Right? And it's like, I can't do anything about it. It's not like an argument causes breakup. It's literally like a relationship that I guess feels kind of taken away from the partner. You know what I mean? And it's a sad thing to think about. Had to step out. We're talking about Caleb and his wife. It might be a different name, but it's kind of strategic marriage where a couple marries where one or both people aren't heterosexual. Was used a lot in religious communities to avoid social spin. Okay. That's not it. They find gay disgusting and are scared if they listen to a gay, they'll be accused of being gay too. Yeah, it is a social fear. Dylan, what up, baby? Taco, what up? How we doing, fellas? My bad. Kevin explained it a little better, but yes, it's a stigma thing. Like, you like that must be gay, but now, man, it's yeah. Coming from someone who was raised in a not great way with being raised like Southern old school Baptist, they are not very accepting. Like, I can't walk into a church without getting looked at sideways. Yeah. One of the moments that had me step away from like religious stuff, like, I knew church wasn't for me when I stepped into a church one day for like Easter or some shit. Because my whole family was there, stepped into a church, and this was like peak emo Vizzy. Like, I had my spider bites in, my nails was painted, I had my nose ring, my long hair, whatever. And the pastor is greeting it, or like, you know, he's at the door as we're all leaving, like, oh, thank you for coming, thank you for coming. He shakes my hand and he goes, thank you for coming. I'm like, yeah, no problem, man. He goes, take that thing off your face. And I'm like, what? He says, take those things off your face and get a haircut. And I'm like, okay, sure. And obviously he saw that I'm just like, what the fuck? He literally squeezed my hand harder. I shit you not. He squeezed my, yo, Equinox, what up, baby? He squeezed my hand harder, looks at me dead in the eyes, and he goes, really? Cut your hair, take that off your face. And I had to snatch my hand away from this fucking old, looking like the fucking chocolate bitch in a wheelchair from SpongeBob, looking ass motherfucker. Like, bro, what are you doing? I've made him see. Like, I don't even know you, buddy. Okay, I understand you're a pastor or whatever. This is your first time ever seeing me. I would gladly not step into your church ever again. But why the fuck do I feel threatened right now? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to, the other thing is like, if you want to try to convince someone like, hey man, God don't fuck with that. I don't think squeezing their hand in a threatening manner, especially, I was like 17. I was like underage when this happened. It's like, bro, why are you trying to, that's not the way to make me like convert or convince me to take my shit off, right? Like, be real with me. Have a, like, drop a Bible quote or something. Make me think. As a Christian myself, I sincerely apologize for how most of us are. We're supposed to love our neighbor, not judge and condemn them. I'll stand with anyone who's been hurt. That's sweet of you to say, Kevin, for real. Dizzy's inability to stop. Well, bro, I was a kid, man. Being aggressive like that isn't very, what would you, yeah. I had a similar experience. It's worse than the pastor when the pastor is your own great grandmother and hates that she can see my piercings when I only have a septum and 0 gauges and have been put down when I'm there. What happened? We're talking about this dude coming out. Anyway, yeah, so I bring that up to say, right? I bring that up to say that, like, because we were talking about, like, walking into church and feeling judged if you look a specific way. I say that to say, if I dealt with that, right, and it's just like an appearance thing. Imagine, like, if word goes out, depending on your church, obviously. I'd imagine if word comes out, like, oh, look, this dude is gay, they might not fuck with you, right? There are a lot of people might not fuck with you, and you're gonna feel judged. You're gonna feel like you can't come to this place that, like, you feel like you have to because of your religion, X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Yo, Corruption, what up? So anyway, yeah, let's just keep reading. I have cared more about his well-being over the years than anything else in the world. To see the confusion and pain he went through and the highs and lows and wanting to help but not knowing how, you never want anything more for a person than for them to just be okay. You also ask yourself constantly if you're a bad person for wondering what the fuck this means, or for your world, and the anger you also feel. Yeah, because again, it's like, you know, not to say like, hey, okay, it's a weird situation, right? Because you're angry because you're like, what the fuck? Like, I thought everything was fine, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, does this mean we're breaking up and whatever, right? Like, I understand that, like, the person coming out to me, like, obviously they need someone and they need someone to confide in and talk to, but also, like, the person you're confiding in is also, like, gonna deal with the damage, right? And that's the thing, right? Like, I don't want to shame anyone for not knowing their sexuality, right? But, like, I feel like I think this just gives you all the more reason to explore yourself before fully committing and diving deep into a relationship. Again, I'm not trying to, like, water it down. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but I'd imagine it's like, because Caleb didn't, like, explore himself enough, maybe he just didn't know. I don't know his story, right? But it's just very sad for his wife to what's the word? Just get some damage from this. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to water down anything at all. That's not my intentions. I'm just saying, like, I think this could also be like I feel like what we can gather from this story, if you're feeling a little confused, fully, like, explore that shit, you know what I mean? And ensure, like, before committing to someone and what can I don't know how I don't know, like, I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know how to say it. Okay, if I have any feeling that I'm a gay fella, right, but I'm ignoring that, and then I dive deep into a relationship, marriage, years with this person, find out I'm a gay fella, and I'm like, hey man, I know we just spent the last X amount of years together, sorry, I figured this out just now, it's gonna hurt your partner, right? Rather than trying to explore that part of me before committing. Does that make sense? I feel so privileged in how I don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks about my sexuality. I can't imagine feeling that fear my whole life. That shit, yeah, I'm really happy for you in that regard. So, I'm really a church guy despite me living in the South where temperatures are. This is exactly why we need more representation, so people actually see the options and not feel like they're weird for feeling different than everyone else around them. Yeah, yes. What song is this? All the songs will always be right here in this corner. Yeah, so it's like, you know, I'm not again, I'm not trying to say I'm mad at Caleb or anything, right? Because he's a human and he's just living life. But again, the encouragement. I don't know why it was taking me so long. I feel like the story should encourage others that are feeling like a little curious or a little confused to fully dive deep and explore in your sexuality to ensure you don't hurt someone else if you're planning to, you know, be romantic with them and they're just not like your cup of tea. You know what I mean? I am the only person that is having to deal with the duality of this situation. To support him while losing everything has been incredibly hard to figure out. Yeah, exactly what I was trying to say. You can love and support your person through the hardest time in their life whilst also being completely demolished and lose yourself at the same time. You question everything, but I have learned the one thing I don't need to question is our history. No matter what anyone will say, I know it. I have always wanted nothing more than for Caleb to be happy. Trying to help him go through this without having any idea what to do has been a learning curve we never expected to experience together. The isolation of not being able to talk to people about this has been profound, as it has not been my story to share. My mental health has suffered, and I have had moments where I have not felt or acted like myself. For those that have known and been there, thank you. I'll never be able to repay your kindness. Our nearly 14... God damn. 14. Our nearly 14 years of marriage was wonderful and full of so much fun, adventure, and love. Nobody will know anything about our marriage like we do, and no one could ever truly know what depths of love exist between two people unless they are those people. I already miss it and my husband more than anything. Our story was a good one, and now it's gone. I hope anyone in the world going through this finds hope and courage, and I hope the fans can continue to support Caleb. For now, I'm going to keep focusing on what I can control and continuing living my life, trying to achieve what I want to achieve. And if I keep saying hi to as many dogs as possible along the way, then I'm sure things will slowly get better day by day, piece by small piece, bird by bird. Damn, man. Very, very sad situation. Very sad situation. And unfortunately, the story does not end here. Because I hate to see this shit, man. If you go on r/metalcore, Caleb Shomo's coming out highlights that gay men are unwelcome in metalcore. Let me zoom in a bit so we can all read it together as a unit. I don't know why I'm surprised of how negative the reactions are to Caleb's coming out post. It's not one or two clowns in the comments, it's the majority of comments on most Instagram posts. Okay, it's also dependent on like your platform, I'd imagine, right? Instagram and Twitter, very, very hateful platforms. Very hateful fucking platforms. It's like, bro, you could post a baby on Instagram and somebody will clown the fuck out of your baby. I'm a new parent myself, and it baffles me that people can't grasp. Sometimes mommies love other mommies, sometimes daddies love other daddies. That's all I have to tell your kid. That's it. Yeah, man. But a lot of people, for some fucking reason, struggle with that little thing. It's yo Epstein. Yo Epstein. Thanks for the follow, Epstein. Jeffy up. The post is yeah. So this post is I'm chilling, cuz. Yeah, no, this post is basically like kind of shaming and like highlighting their disappointment in the metalcore scene. It's not wait, did that work? Did the clap work? Did anybody hear it? I feel like I didn't hear it. Wait, is clap still going? Oh, okay, I think it's good. Yeah, no. Anyway, it makes It makes obvious what I already knew as a gay man who grew up in this music. We are unwelcome, which is sad, by the way, which is very sad, especially from the alternative music scene where, like, it's supposed to be extremely inclusive, and I go about that all the time. This is a scene that's supposed to be extremely inclusive, but it's just not for whatever reason. I'll take my boyfriend with me to shows, and I feel like I have to pretend that we are fucking homies, because if I do anything to indicate that we're dating, lean on him, flirt, whatever, I get dirty looks from people in the crowd. Dudes will be screaming their heavy songs, ALA, I don't know what that means, fuck religion, or we're all brainwashed, but have no issue calling me the F slur in the next breath. It's perhaps even more frustrating that in gay spaces, I almost never run into others into this genre. Gays are into pop, EDM, indie because those songs and fan bases don't shit on them constantly. I'm sure some women have a similar experience too. Metal dudes worship masculinity more than gays do, I swear to God. Also, fuck everyone saying, how could he lie to his wife for so long, he's trouble? Bitch, you try coming to terms with being gay, it's not a cakewalk. Yeah, see, this is kind of like the rude way of the rude angle of what I was trying to say earlier. I don't think he's terrible, right? I think he's just a dude that, like, unfortunately didn't get to experience that part of his life, and is now discovering, like, hey, I think this is a factor, and unfortunately, like, in a, you know, when it's, I don't want to say too late, but like while he's in extremely deep with his wife. At least she doesn't seem bitter and is accepting of it. It's crazy how much it would help just to have people talk to and be there for you. Like, some of my hardest moments helped my friend, helped a lot. Yeah, it is nice that, you know, while she's obviously hurt, who wouldn't be? She is being extremely supportive. Anyway, I like the line about how they love songs about fuck the status quo, fuck religion, and they're all brainwashed, but also they're homophobic. Yeah. Some of the comments. Your first mistake was expecting anything positive to come out of an Instagram comment section. See, that's what I said. I want to see if there's anyone, let me see. The loudest people are always the ones complaining. I honestly don't know a single person in real life, not talking about those hiding behind keyboards, that has an actual problem with Caleb's announcement. Oh, this guy's lucky. He's flexing his real life friends. Both posts that were posted here were 80% positive comments. There's negativity everywhere, but in the end, most people just don't care about who you're attracted to. See, I think, I don't think this is true. Most people just don't care about who you're attracted to. I don't think that's true, unfortunately. I think 90% of the hate comments on Instagram are bots or people just stirring up trouble. A significant majority of people don't really care about the sexuality of artists. I feel like people are probably just trying to defend the metalcore space, but like you can't, I don't know. I'm inclined to believe this. In fact, we could just look it up ourselves, right? Like, let's see what, I want to see what hate comments there are on Twitter. And see the reception on it. And the line about, I feel sad for his wife. How are you 35 and not know you're gay? Sounds like he got turned out in some BS. It's a good thing I quit listening to Beartooth 5 years ago. But why? Why does that matter? The song is cute. Yeah, it makes me think of the chat. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's it. Whether it's botted or not, I just hope that you know, Caleb himself feels supportive and not supported and not like judged by the scene that he's contributed a lot towards. Again, being one of the fucking founding fathers of fucking crabcore, right? And then going on to do Beartooth again, Attack and Beartooth powerhouses of the scene and did a lot for a lot of people. And I'm not the biggest Beartooth fella, right? But they have some bangers. And I don't think it should matter whether the person that makes these bangers are gay or not, or helps produce the bangers. No straight man would ever create heat on the synthesizer for Stick Stickly. It's the best part of the entire fucking song. Yo, Lonnie, what up? Spotify's playing. Yeah, I don't know why, Lonnie. I can't figure that shit out. I don't know why. I've been trying to figure that shit out for days. It's not working. It's bad, but yeah. I've never even heard any Beartooth songs. Some of it is definitely like butt rock leaning, but like they have some bangers. Straight men just can't do synths. My stove is now clean. Fuck yeah. I have one of those glass stoves that are that like it's an electric stove, and it's like it has like a layer of solid on it that I can't get out. I tried Magic Eraser, I tried hella shit, and it's just I've been listening to so much Panic at the Disco, so much because of the video I'm doing, and I just forgot how fucking great they are. Panic at the Disco is so good. I always felt like Beartooth sounded like a gayer Breaking Benjamin. Does that mean I'll be fairly decent as I am? Yeah, that means you're okay at it. You're all right. Better than a lot of people. All right, now time to get dystopian with it. I completely forgot about the Denny's thing. Let Live is getting shit as well. I feel like this is a big step forward for the metal scene, though. Like other than online drama, I feel like a lot of people, at least who I know, are accepting of it and are happy to see him being set. Yeah. And I think somebody as influential as Caleb, I feel like them coming out, it's kind of like, I feel like it'll like help others come out too. Like if like you look up to Caleb or whatever and you're closeted and you see him, someone that knows is gonna get a lot of shit for coming out, I'm sure you'll feel like, oh, my hero can do it, I can too, you know. I was a dude listening to Hyperpop in 2021. There were definitely no signs. I like more heavier music, but I was in a Bad Omen than all the same genre of Bad Omens. Nice, what band? Wait, isn't FTW for the win? I always read it as Emily for the win Twitch. Wait, what is the FTW in your name? Oh, okay, yeah, for the win, yeah. Yeah, I know, same corruption, same. That's why I like it so much. It takes me back. Yo, Ghost, welcome back. So what does it mean I listen to mostly video game music? I don't think that has anything to do with sexuality. I just think that means you're a fucking nerd. Not in a bad way though. Not in a like, yo, I'm about to fucking shove your dome into toilet, nerds. I mean like you know. I feel like the only big bad that I was accepting when we played electric elbow, you can shove me, and fucking shove you. Remember the time we were supposed to hang out, but didn't? Okay, so now time to get dystopian with shit. Okay, this is actually sad. Let's see if Lamb Goat did an article on it. Oh wait, hang on. So, okay. 1 second. Now, because of this band alone, I know this VOD isn't gonna stay up. I'm looking for the article. All right, 3 days ago. Check this bitch out. Yeah, I was gonna shove you. I was gonna shove the fuck out of you, boy. This is really dystopian, really fucking weird. 3 days ago, the Osborne family are looking into making a digital Ozzy from digital DNA. What the fuck does this mean? Let's find out. The Osborne family are working with Hyperreal to create a digital Ozzy avatar built from what Jack Osborne called the digital DNA of Ozzy Osbourne. Voice, image, and movement. What is Hyperreal before we move forward? What is that? I want to... Okay. Wow. This is weird. Okay. This is very, 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 very weird. Do you guys miss Paul McCartney? Why does he look like fucking Scarface here? Okay. So, I guess... I don't... Look at this. What's the difference between this and just like an AI prompt? Oh my god, it looks so uncanny. It doesn't even look... Bro, for a company that's like called Hyperreal, why does this look like shit? This doesn't even like... Is that one of the fantastic... Wait, what is this? The Notorious B.I.G. He looks like... What? He looks like a GTA character. Am I supposed to be amazed by this? But what? I don't understand. Hold on. Super Bowl 2025? That looks so fake. I know. Like straight up, it literally looks like Stan Lee. Imagine if you could have a real conversation with Stan Lee today. What would you ask him? What does it feel like to be dead? Wait, what? Watch Stan Lee at... Okay, hold on. I want to hear this.
The original idea for this came about, you know, I worked with Stan when this was Stan Lee's Kamikaze Expo and Stan Lee's Los Angeles Comic-Con. We said, wow, if we could create an experience, use an avatar of Stan, it isn't Stan, it's an avatar, as a portal for new fans. If it's the reason they pick up their first Spider-Man book and read it, then we've done something good that day. This will never say something that is at odds with any...
I'm gonna keep it a fucking buck. If you're a kid and you have no idea who Stan Lee is, I don't know if like walking, like, okay, RIP, no disrespect, but I don't know if walking up to a AI virtual avatar of this like old white man I know nothing about is going to convince me to pick up a Spider-Man comic. I'm just saying, no disrespect. No, like, if you don't know who he is, right?
Anything Stan would have said.
It really makes my day to share my passion for Marvel with all of you.
There were two major technology companies. One is Proto Hologram, which builds the box, which is the vehicle to convey it. The second was Hyperreal. We worked with...
Hyperreal? Bro, it looks like a fucking video game. What is Hyperreal? Oh, sorry. Hyperreal is the company. But even, again, for a company that calls themselves Hyperreal, this looks like shit.
them to take everything we could get, Stan's con appearances, the panels he did at LA Comic-Con, his red carpet appearances, all of that to get fed in to sort of create the vocabulary. And then that's powered by an AI. How would you like to be remembered by fans?
I'd love to be remembered as a guy who helped bring people together through the power of storytelling and imagination.
What are your plans for the future?
Bro, that looks like shit! That looks like shit! It looks and sounds like shit. Anyway, that's hyper real. Okay, so rereading this, the Osborn family are working with some dog shit company that's going to stain the legacy of the Prince of Darkness to create digital Ozzy. Yo, Z, what up? Visa, okay, buddy. Oh my god. Hyperreal describes themselves as the future of immersive art avatar entertainment. Per their site, the company says it was founded by digital human performance veterans with leadership experience on Academy Award-winning VFX films, and that they're patented digital DNA platform is designed to create highly authentic avatar performances that are estate approved, authenticated, and scalable for arena size presentations. So, okay, if I'm reading this correctly, basically if I'm reading this correctly, they basically want to sell like tickets to a virtual Ozzy show. Like, I don't fully understand. Is Black Sabbath going to be playing with like a virtual vocalist? Well, I don't get this. Imagine if King Cobra saw this and just, if we're going to use AI to bring back anybody, I think King Cobra is the dude. Oh my god. Like, what if the AI doesn't have info down and gives false answers and hurts their history, like treating rumors as facts? It's entirely possible. This is why AI should have been banned before we had the ability of using it. Speaking of the 2026 licensing expo per License Global, Jack said the tech is now accurate enough that you could prompt what you want digital Ozzy to do for things like commercials. Okay, but can't we do this already? What are we on about here? Can't we do this already? Okay, first off, commercials is insane. You're literally like self-snitching that, yeah, we're going to use them for commercials. Yeah, we're using our dead father for profit still. Whatever. We're not rich enough. Who cares? It's more of a cash grab. That's exactly what it is. It is exactly that. It's a cash grab and they're self-admitting to it. Yeah, let's exploit the dead. Why not? Who cares? Yo, Transgirl, what up, baby? I think we should bring back John Lennon, add AI to see if that would it would say stupider things in the real one. Surely there will be no yeah, here's the thing. Emma says surely there will be no backlash for exploiting the dead. Oh baby. Oh baby, is you sidekick? Cause there has been backlash because of this, and we got a response. Let's finish reading this really quick though. The family also reiterated they're looking to keep Ozzy's brand active posthumously. How do you say this? I did a whole fucking video. How do you say this again? Posthumously. God fucking damn it. Posthumously. Yeah, I just read that. The family also reiterated that they're looking to keep Ozzy's brand active posthumously. I literally just looked up how to say it and I said it wrong. But only in ways that feel true to who he actually was. With Jack noting past internal debates over licensing decisions. So essentially they're saying, yeah, we still want to make bread off of him, but we want to ensure he's not going to be like doing shit that he wouldn't actually do in real life. That we're just going to make sure that whatever we do with this AI version of Ozzy Osbourne, it's going to be on brand, and we know for sure he'd be down to do it if he was around today. But let me tell you something, buddy. He's not around today. He can't decide. He can't tell you if he would do something or not. What are we on about here? It's pronounced like how it looks. Okay, dude. Kurt Cobain would lead to some crazy shit. Fucking AI Michael Jackson. I saw the movie. I missed the man. If this is the shit we're doing at this point, if they bring back King Von, AI might turn evil and kill everyone at the concert. Anyway, yeah, so that's what's going on with that. So obviously, as Emma stated, surely no one's going to be upset. Emma's psychic, baby, because people were upset. And Jack Osborne responds to criticism of Ozzy AI avatar plan. This is crazy. Excuse me. And I wonder if they're going to bring back, like, before reading that, this raises a few questions. One, which era of Ozzy are we getting back? And two, like, what would be the difference between this and just, like, I don't know, like the Red Panda app? The one that we were talking about the other day. Red Panda AI guy. Like, what would be the difference between that or, like, okay, this. What would be the difference between that and, like, this guy? Rudy the Red Panda. He's basically an AI avatar that you just yap to and he responds. It's just like AI that's visualized, I guess. What's the difference? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know what Hyperreal is going to do that would make it different from that. Jack Osborne insists that his late father, Ozzy, would have approved of the family's tasteful... commercials, by the way. Tasteful plan to create a digital AI version of the Prince of Darkness. Sharon and Jack Osborne this week revealed that they have discussed a plan to extend Ozzy Osbourne's legacy by using technology that will allow the late Black Sabbath frontman's likeness to feature in brand partnerships and advertisements. They are literally digging themselves a deeper hole. Guys, settle down, don't worry. We're just going to use him for brand partnerships and advertisements. Relax. It's not what you think it is. That announcement was met with fierce criticism from fans online, some of whom said it was a ghoulish cash grab. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Oh, wait. Is there a video we can watch? 21 minutes. Hold on. Bro, what the fuck is going on? Literally no YouTube video is playing. Playback rate. None of my YouTube videos are playing for me. Whatever. That's fine. It says it in the article. It highlights it. Holy shit. So Jack Osborne states, we actually talked about it before he passed, about doing something like this. So yeah, I know he would be into this. The digital Ozzy plan sees the family teaming up with Hyperreal for the project. They are calling the enduring legacy of a rock icon and his family, Ozzy Osbourne and the Osbournes. Ozzy died in July of last year at the age of 76, just weeks after he played his retirement show as a part of an all-day extravaganza called Back to the Beginning. Why don't we get... Hold on. Okay, how about this? I just thought of a great idea. I just thought of an amazing idea. If we're going to profit off of Ozzy, why not do a Back to the Beginning, like, live album? Does that exist? Hold on, that might exist already. No, it doesn't exist. Okay. It doesn't exist. Why don't we do like a Back to the Beginning live album? So that way they could get their one final cash grab. Fans would be happy. I'm sure no one would be upset about that. Why? And there's like no controversy. Why do we need to like stain the dude's legacy and just keep banking off of his likeness, bro? I'm mad and I'm disappointed in the Osbournes. I'm not really surprised. They're all His Highness. Just make that album and do tons of merch for it. Yeah, do a Back to the Beginning live album, a fuckload of merch. You'll make money. There's no way you're not. Like, come on. Like, you cannot convince me there's a God with shit like this. Okay, dude. Just because AI exists, it doesn't mean God doesn't. What do you want about? This is probably cheaper. I don't know. I feel like Hyperreal is going to charge an arm and a leg to make this AI Ozzy Osbourne a thing versus just like extracting the audio from Back to the Beginning. I think no, this will be this will be way more expensive. Like most celebrities now swear they love Royal Kingdom now, or even a master collection with all the albums and live recordings. Yeah, great idea. Master collection, all the albums, all the live recordings. I'm sure Ozzy has fucking songs in the vault. Drop that, right? Why not? All right, if you're like, not to say it wouldn't be met with criticism, right? Because that's what happened to X. Apparently, he had like a fuckload of songs in the vault that they kept releasing, and of course, it got to an extent where people criticized, like, bro, let the man fucking rest. Right? And it's like when somebody dies, right? Posthumous, that's how you say it. When somebody dies, right? And you do a posthumous album, there's a way to do it in good taste. But the line is very thin the line is extremely thin. There's a way to do it in good taste, and there's a way to do it to where you're just like very obviously cash grabbing and like trying to make bank off of someone that used to make bank for you. You know what I mean? This will probably lead to more long-term profit for them. Yeah, you're not wrong. 1,000%. Next thing you know, we're going to see Ozzy advertising Fruity Pebbles. Yeah. It says to be studied on how you handle it. Yeah. Yeah, Mac Miller's estate, they did great. Right? They did great. They were like, hey, like the album was already damn near done. Right? And they were like, okay, I know exactly what he wanted. I'm just finish it. Fucking upload this bitch and call it a day. That was great, right? Versus like Juice WRLD. God damn, Juice WRLD got beat to a bloody fucking pulp. Literally, like it was like disgusting. But anyway, there's that. So fucking weird, so weird, so sad, so dystopian. Last thing I wanted to get into, and then we're gonna watch some videos. Yo, Astral, what up, baby? Apparently, Let Live. Do you guys know who Let Live is? Hang on. Let Live, my beloved. Yeah, they're where can I find a video? Twitter, maybe? What's up? What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's? Did a video on him. Here it is. Oh, wait. Sorry, it's not Let Live. It's Live Without. Sorry. I'm a piece of shit. It's Live Without. Sorry, I'm a piece of shit. I'm fake. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a fake fan. I'm a poser. It's Live Without, not Let Live. My bad. Piece of shit guy over here. You know me. Cancelled. Never been into poser allegations. Okay, so Live Without. I'm sure if you are anywhere near the scene, there's no way in fuck you haven't seen the what the fuck is up Denny's meme. It's like impossible for you to miss it. And if you haven't, for whatever reason, I'll show you right now. It's this one right here. I did a little I touched on this meme in a main channel video. Feel free to check it out. But there's no way you haven't seen this video. There's absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. Impossible. If you haven't seen this, you're actually under a fucking rock. If you're a part of this scene, you actually live under a rock. Yeah, so like that video, oh my god, made the rounds, right? Like literal millions and millions and millions of views across the internet. And so much so to actually, let me show you this. Blink-182, I love this story. So Blink-182 also did a parody of it, right? When they did this whole what do you call it? They did a promo for a tour in 2024. Check this out.
What's up? What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's?
So you get it, right? So even Blink did it, right? A big meme. Even people outside of like alternative music like has seen that video at least once in their fucking life. And actually the cool part about that tour is because they did the whole Denny's thing, they actually invited Live Without to play the Texas dates of that Blink tour. It's actually super fucking cool. I love that story so much. Anyway, now we start to talk about where is the line drawn when it comes to being sponsored or selling out to corpos, right? Denny's, the fucking, what do you call it? Chain restaurant dropped this video.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. What
Again, now keep in mind, the video is called the Denny's Grand Slam. That was the name of the show.
the fuck is up, Denny's?
I am bringing back Live Without tonight to commemorate the night they made history.
I'm not gonna lie. That Denny's did look pretty fucking good. Okay, really quick. I know nobody asked, but my only experience at Denny's, I ordered spaghetti. It was right after Welcome to Rockville in Jacksonville, Florida. It was like damn near it was like midnight. Me and my boys hit Denny's. That was like right next to the motel we were staying at. Spaghetti was still half frozen.
Good evening, Los Angeles. How are we feeling tonight? I'd like to give a warm welcome to our special guest, Live Without.
Did you sue? No. Denny's versus Waffle House, they're both absolute dog shit. Every time I go to Waffle House, I shit you not, the server is always so mean. So mean. To little old me. How can you be mean to little old me? And then, of course, I'm still going to tip them, even though I feel like I should tip them with a knuckle sandwich. Okay. Should have sued Waffle House or Denny's. Could I sue Waffle House for having a mean server? How dare they bully an autism? Okay. I'm not taking the Waffle House slander, buddy. Every time I go, they're so fucking mean to me. I asked one day, do you have orange juice? She says, do you see orange juice in the menu? I say yes. She says, then we have orange juice. I'm just making sure you didn't run out. Okay, I was tired. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, she's right. But what's up with all the attitude, man? What's up? She got mad at me for, I forget what the other thing was. I forget. She got mad at me for something else. She was mean. And then also, the sandwich I got was so fucking greasy. It was so greasy. Like I had like a breakfast sandwich. I felt my arteries getting clogged as I was eating the goddamn sandwich. It's like, excuse me, may I have sandwich with my butter and oil, please? You ain't wrong. Usually it's outside smoking and shit before cooking too. I know. Waffle House would have thrown a chair or some shit if you tried to sue you. They are sassy, bro. To be fair, places like Denny's, Waffle House, and IHOP depend a lot on who's working there, because some people will make sure your food is perfect before coming out. Okay, yeah, but you can say that about any specific restaurant. I'm just saying, I've been to Waffle House maybe 3 or 4 times, never had a good experience. I've been to Denny's 1 time, terrible experience, right? I'm not going, bro, maybe I'll give Denny's another shot one day, but I'm never getting their spaghetti. Why the fuck are you handing me a half frozen spaghetti? You can't just let it microwave for another 2 minutes? Come on. Imagine being 78 years old at Denny's that night. By the way, sorry. The last thing, I love IHOP. I'm an IHOP fella through and through. I would fuck the IHOP CEO. I would give him the sloppiest dome of his entire life. Oh, see, that shit look good as fuck. Not them chanting mosh pit. Crazy statement. The Moz Pit Burger. Okay. See, really quick. All right, so I'll catch you. Really quick, hold on. To be fair, spaghetti at the pancake place, bitch, they're trying to sell me a burger at the pancake place. Okay? Be so fucking for real. Be so fucking for real. So anyway, Live Without got shit for this. Okay? Because here's the issue. If you're a hardcore band, right? Taking a Denny's sponsor, even though you did the whole fucking like Denny's Grand Slam thing, you're seen as a sellout, right? Because hardcore punk is very much like fuck demand, fuck corporate shit, right? And you're doing the exact opposite. You're like contradicting like what hardcore really stands for. But then you like it's a weird place because you have bands like Scowl, right? Like Scowl did some like fucking who are Scowl sponsored by? They're like, first off, again, I've told you guys before, Scowl is literally on my Planet Fitness fucking playlist. Like Planet Fitness plays Scowl. We mosh at Denny's and fight at the Waffle House. Yeah, Denny's burgers always look fire, but got no seasoning. Straight dead ass. Honestly, the ad was pretty cool. Yeah, the ad itself was cool. I thought it was cool, right? But it's like, okay, Scowl didn't really get shit, right? Speed had that Nike or didn't Speed like get sponsored by like Nike or something? The hardcore band? Yeah, look. Speed Nike collab. Look at this. Yeah, so it's like, and then look, y'all don't want to see your favorite band have success, right? Honestly, it's embarrassing to watch some of you cuck yourselves defending bag grabs like this when it happens in a scene. The bag you're simming for isn't reading this. It won't sleep with you, bro. If you honestly don't see a problem with corporate sponsorships in this space specifically, then maybe try wearing a different costume. See, so it's like it's a weird thing, man. It's a weird thing because, like, be so fucking for real. If Nike comes to your band and they're like, hey, man, we want to do a fucking collab with your hardcore band and release some fire ass kicks. Here's like a bunch of money for it. It's tough to say no to that money. It's tough to say no. Oh, wait. I got to reset that because desktop audio is playing. If Nike comes up to you and your band and they're like, here's a bunch of money, here's a fucking collab, it's hard to say no, right? But I feel like that's when you're like, I don't know, like, I feel like that's when you kind of like reveal, are you actually anti-corporate? Are you actually like down with 100% of like punk ethos, right? Yes or no, right? Speed is still a successful band today. Scala is still a successful band today. So it's like, clearly it doesn't really damage your fucking clout, really. But maybe like for the underground, you're definitely going to have like a bad rep. You know what I mean? But is it worth it? Talk about hardcore Baja Blast beat. It's sketchy coming from a former truck driver. Taco Bell's all, I love Taco Bell. I'm sorry, but it's hard to make money as a musician these days. Take the deal. See, that's the thing, right? A lot of people see this as like, yeah, just chase the bag, do what you got to do, right? But other people are like, okay, so you're not really punk, right? You're not a true punk band. Anyway, so let's read some of these comments from Denny's. Let's see. Props to whoever got corporate to approve this. Hold on. They corporate slopped the hardcore meme. An angel statue just lost its wings. This video. Wait, let me. This song aged like milk. This video has done more damage to local scenes than anything. Everyone tries to get viral clips instead of writing good music now. This sucks so hard. Hardcore as a concept has been corporate slopped to death over the past couple of years. It's affected everything, even down to the DIY level. Truly dark times. Punk and capitalism do not actually have any substantial compatibility because, after all, DIY is just petty, Borgias. What the fuck does that mean? Startup culture masking as anti-establishment. Hardcore died with Darby in 1980 or late. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. To be honest, if you're asking Big Lou, like, what do you think about this? My take on like taking an ad, taking a sponsorship, I feel like, yo, Frank, what up? This guy smells like hella Cheetos. Yeah, in between my toes, maybe. If you take the corporal money, is that bad? You can put the money back into the scene and stuff. That's what I was going to say. So, like, here's the thing. Oh, I'm picking my pimple. Like a gross little chud. So, this is my thing. I think it's dependent on, like, your intentions. And if you're, like, actually selling out to your values, right? For example, I am like, I don't know, I'm pro-abortion, right? I'm personally pro-abortion. If you're not, I don't care, right? It is what it is. But if they're like, yo, Vizzy, take this like anti-abortion sponsor deal or sponsorship and we'll give you like a bunch of money, I'm not doing that, right? Because it's like, sure, it's a fat bag, but that literally means going against my own like beliefs and values. I'm not doing that, right? Or like, for example, I told you guys the other day, I get almost every day like sponsorship emails, but it's all AI stuff. It's all like, hey Vizzy, we have this cool AI tool that musicians can use to enhance the quality of their music, or blah 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 blah. I will never take that. You know what I mean? Because I am like anti-AI in creative spaces, right? If I take that, I'm literally selling out. I'm not doing that because that goes against me and my values. I don't know enough about Nike to know if they go against my values, right? Would I take a Nike sponsorship deal? I would look into it, and if it seems fine, like, sure, why not? You know what I mean? But I'm also not a hardcore band, so it's easy to say for me, right? But I guess I'm just trying to like put myself in a hardcore band's shoes. I think like I said, no matter what, you're gonna get flack. But if you're gonna take that sponsorship, you gotta try to be bigger than the flack. Like, you just gotta come out with like this great music. You gotta come out with like good shit, so that way you can kind of be louder than the criticism, if that makes any sense. Metal and hardcore music is mostly outside of the mainstream now. What do you mean? Look what Green Day did. What did they do? Oh, like the Super Bowl thing you're saying? Imagine going to work and someone tells you you're not a real employee because you're getting paid. Yeah, like if they're like, I don't know. I feel like it definitely depends on the actual sponsor. It depends on the ad. It depends on like what it is. I understand that like corpo shit is corpo shit too. Not to be a fence sitter, like if somebody is upset at a hardcore band for like taking a corpo sponsor, I don't blame them, right? Because that's like, you're supposed to be anti-establishment, right? You know. So it's like I don't blame them for being upset, but also the hardcore band knows that, right? And they're accepting that, and I guess they see it as it is what it is. I think people just mistake hypocrisy and growth at times with being at different points in life. But then again, some things are just moral based. Yeah, and yeah, like kind of like what Emma said, right? Or sorry, Jacka said. It's like if you take that bread and use it to invest into your local scene, right? You're taking that corpo money and investing it into your local scene. What does that say about the band? You know what I mean? So it's another fine line. The whole thing about if a band wants to make a living doing what they love, people immediately label them as sellouts. Yeah. See, yeah, it just 100% depends on like the actual thing, right? Like Turnstile. I think Turnstile is like the best example of like a band rooted from hardcore, right? People, obviously it depends who you ask. I don't think they're sellouts, right? Because I don't think they've ever like did anything that goes against their beliefs, other than like obviously the whole like, you know, being associated with corpo shit or whatever. Like they still, even with their recent album, they did a fucking free show at a park in Baltimore that was like completely like no barricade. It was insane. And I feel like shit like that still shows your punk. I gotta skip this song because then I know the VOD's gonna get taken down. Same thing with this one. That's still showing that you are down for like, you still have like punk ethos. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're going to like chase the bag, if you're gonna chase the bag, whatever bag that is, and it's some corpo shit, and then you're like kind of like looking away from the scene, then yeah, you're just being a scumbag, right? But if you're still staying true to yourself, and you're still staying community, and if you're still staying DIY, I guess Turnstile isn't really DIY. I don't know. I mean, maybe that free show is DIY, wasn't it? It's just an interesting conversation and like something to think about, I guess. At the end of the day, I don't think it's that deep. Grenade got shit on for not being punk enough, got kicked out of a venue later and said venue was about to shut down. They about it kept going and not accepting. Once any band gets big enough, you're gonna get offers though, and some are crazy and almost impossible to refuse. Yeah, but that's like the true test, right? Like, for example, like I said, like some of these, bro, one of those AI things, like they offer like a good chunk of change, right? And I'm fucking broke. Pay them bills. Definitely get, don't give a fuck about sellouts. Okay. So then okay, Jacka and Jenny, right? If I took I'm not going to, but if I took an AI sponsorship, right? That's me selling out. Would you be upset with that? Like honest, right? Like, because that's like the closest to this situation we can really get. Not that I'm going to. I will never do that. I will, unless it's like a lot of money. If it's a lot of you wouldn't give a shit. Oh, see. Then yeah, I don't know. Get paid. I don't know. I feel like that'll kind of like do some damage. And also, like, I just don't, again, I don't believe in like the AI and creative spaces thing. But I don't know. So that was that. I have a lot of bias there, but I wouldn't give a shit realistically. Yeah, but the whole bias thing is like, isn't that like with all of them? Like with all, like with everybody? You know what I mean? Like what? I don't know if like Nike is morally corrupt. Like, do they have like children making their shoes or something? If so, that's kind of fucked up to take that sponsor. No. When they use AI to write a script, I can always tell. Yeah. It's different if a band is using it for ways to improve themselves, like their shows, production, because it's staying within their morals and keeping true to the music. Yeah. Nike treat employees just like slaves, like retail or like Nike themselves. Excuse me. I wanted to react to a video before we head off. Is there a specific video you guys want me to check out? Because I'm pretty sure I had let me see what Jess James got. Production of their products. Yeah, see, like, it's if I find out that a company is like fucking using children to make their product, like for me, that's a line that I don't know if I can cross. Maybe the metalcore isn't what it used to be video. Or what actually? I think what actually is melodic core would be a good watch. Why so many hardcore bands turned into pop punk? I think that's a good one. How long was that Yan video about Never Shout Never? That one might be too long because I know his shits be like, oh, it's 18 minutes. Ah, fuck it. Let's watch it. Let's watch it. All right. So, I love Never Shout Never. I love Christopher Drew. I got my own Never Shout Never video. It's actually right here in the suggested. This is me. This is Big V. Love the band. Loved making that video. It's my most popular video. And I loved that Yan, the rise and fall of Never Shout Never, he is taking a swing at it, and I would love to see his take on the entire thing. I want to see the angle he's going towards. And I just want to see if there's anything we can learn from this video that I don't already know. So let's go ahead and watch this bad boy. Wait, hang on. What the heck is that shit? Dude, why my OBS is all fucked up again? Why is my OBS so dicked down? Yo, Frankie. Potential games tonight? Potential games tonight? Wait. Where the fuck? Here we go. Subs. See, why are the subs so long? They're so long ways. Let's see if I can fix that shit. There we go. All right, who's ready to watch the rise and fall of Never Shout Never? Oh, wait, you guys can't hear it.
Christopher Drew, also known as Never Shout Never, became one of the most popular artists in the world during the MySpace era.
True.
His youthful energy was a bright light of hope to all of us.
Bro, I remember on MySpace, literally everyone I knew had trouble. Had trouble as like, so as like their top songs. So hold on, let's go back to that. So check this out, right? This was like the generic MySpace. Well, this was for music or whatever, but like anyone that hasn't lived through the MySpace era, you were basically able to have like a playlist on your profile of songs that you enjoy. Everyone I know had either things that rhyme with orange or Trouble by Never Shout Never or both.
His youthful energy was a bright light of hope to all of us until things took a turn for the worst.
Everything that I've ever known, I've turned it upside down, and that's what the truth is.
It seems like you are trying to make a mockery of all the bands that you're interviewing.
The music industry is a world full of sharks, and since Chris was just a little kid with a dream, unfortunately, at the time, he couldn't comprehend what he was getting into.
Bro, 100%, man. Christopher Drew was so fucking young when he got so fucking like popular. It's kind of like the Disney Kid, not to spoil the video for anyone that doesn't know the story, but it's kind of like the Disney Kid effect where like, you know how like Selena Gomez and like Demi Lovato, didn't they turn it to drugs or whatever? It's like literally the child star to drug addict pipeline is extremely true. And even like Justin Bieber, we see it with Justin Bieber, like that's like pretty much what happened with Christopher Drew. Like you can't be that young with that much attention and like what's the word? Pressure. That's the word.
Little did we know, what started as a beautiful project would quickly turn into a nightmare. From an incredible rise to a spectacular fall that lasted for years, a very hopeful comeback to a hiatus leading up to the biggest downfall in our scene's history.
Oh God!
This is the rise and fall of Never Shout Never.
Oh, that's a cool intro. Feels like some gaming shit. Yo, ghost, have a good night. I used to love this song. Oh, the worst! Got you. So strong. I knew you were a liar. I knew you were a liar from the start. My God, such an iconic video. Oh my God, and his covers, Christopher Drew's covers were always so good. I should have talked about that.
Yeah, what the heck is going on?
Some people are born to change the world, and Christopher Drew was definitely one of them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Only a year after picking up a guitar for the first time, he was already playing shows and making waves online, more specifically on MySpace. Despite being just a little teenager at the time, Chris was already very smart and he knew how to promote himself perfectly. Little did he know, he was slowly becoming the poster child of a new era. What was once unachievable to most became a new reality in which bedroom artists could now take over and
yes, bro, MySpace completely changed the game because that was the turning point for music. Because that was literally like MySpace was the bridge from you becoming like an underground nobody ass dude other than like obviously like your local scene to then like, oh shit, people outside of my local scene know who I am, right? And you could do that without the help of a record label. You can literally be DIY and become successful, which is what happened with Never Shout Never, which is what happened with Christopher Drew, where he was just like, hey, here's some music, put it out to fucking void, but that wasn't actually a void, it was MySpace, right? And it just caught on. It just fucking caught on, especially because he was doing like a style of music that not many people were doing. He like created a wave. And there were bands, it was crazy. There were bands like Nicosaurus, right? And like maybe Say We Could Fly. And like there was other like bands that sounded like Christopher Drew, but just not quite. The closest is probably the Ready Set. And it was just like crazy because those guys were absolute ass. But for some reason, this iconic sound that Christopher Drew managed to like curate It felt like it was something only he can do and pull off.
Dominate the entire music industry.
I'm not saying Nick made it's a tough word to say, bro. It's his band. It's a tough word to say.
Long gone were the days of playing small local shows, desperately hoping to get discovered by a big label. Thanks to MySpace, everything was possible. At the time, the concept of going from playing guitar in your bedroom to then become an MTV star in a matter of months was completely unheard of. But what exactly made Never Shot Never so special? Where did all the hype come from? 3 words: talent, looks, and likability.
Oh yeah, man, what a cute, yeah, bro. Christopher Drew is fucking cute, bro. If you got it all figured out.
In a world full of
I want to
darkness
keep
and
singing.
suffering, Chris's youthful energy was like a bright light of hope, especially amongst teenagers. The simplicity of the songwriting itself is what connected the most because it didn't feel corporate and no message was being pushed. It was just a little kid using music as a diary. He was writing about
100%. And I think that's also, yeah, that was definitely a part of the appeal too, which was, it was like nothing was like, his songs were like 3-4 chords max. Like it really felt like anybody can do this, right? But he just had like this natural skill, this natural talent of writing the catchiest thing you could fucking think of. It's insane.
life, his love experiences, and how it felt to be
Vizzy could be the next Chrissy Drew. I wanted to be him so bad. If you were a dude, you wanted to be Chris. If you were a girl, you wanted him.
stuck in a little town, constantly missing out on things, which felt honest, real.
He was the epitome of less is more. 1,000. That's like the perfectly said, bro. Perfectly said.
And relatable.
Right? Especially when you're like that young, right? Like you discover Christopher Drew when you're like 15, 16, 14, 13, 12, whatever. And like at that age, especially with the internet still being kind of new, like people were doing like online relationships, right? Like long distance relationships. And he would write about shit like that. And it really felt like he was, I think I said this in my video, he was writing music uploaded onto MySpace for the kids on MySpace already.
What was once out of reach was just a few clicks away. It was the beginning of social media, and he was taking full advantage of it from the get-go. In an era where most artists would simply upload their songs on MySpace and call it a day, Chris was reading comments, connecting with his fans, and writing blogs on a daily basis,
Right, that
which
helps
made
a
people
lot.
feel like they were part of his journey.
Today I got really bored and I
Oh,
made
fuck
it
yeah.
a mural
Catfishing,
on my
catfishing
wall.
even
Not
to this
thinking
day.
I'm crazy for wanting to do this. It's pretty fun. My roommate Carter's gonna be very mad though, I think. Carter's gonna be so mad at me. And I don't know.
You're so cute and punk, Chris. You're so cute and punk.
It created such a strong sense of community, and everyone was rooting for him. He was at the perfect place at the perfect time with the exact look and aesthetic everybody was trying to achieve. 2008-2009 was the absolute peak of scene culture, and Christopher Drew instantly became the face of it. Not by fronting some cool band with an electric guitar, but simply by being a solo artist with a tiny ukulele. It was charming, new, and different, which created a sense of curiosity, even with people from the outside. Trust me, during that era, no matter how you felt about Never Shot Never, Chris's ascension just couldn't be denied, and he became unstoppable.
Everything's been going according to plan and I couldn't complain about anything.
As incredible as it sounds, quickly becoming a rock star always comes at a cost. When you're as young,
Yeah, you
and
gotta sell
innocent
your mama. If you want to be a true rock star, you gotta sacrifice something. Give me your firstborn.
as Chris was, diving in such a dark industry full of sharks ready to feed off your dreams and take advantage of your lack of knowledge, you'll sooner than later realize you're on your own. Which explains the clear tone shift between the first EPs and Harmony.
Oh man, especially like, dude, it's not even like he went to an indie label. He went straight, bro. He went straight to like, what was it, Warner or something?
Sure, Chris was starting to question love after a while when his parents went through a divorce and he was heartbroken at times, but to us, he was still the same little kid for the most part. Whereas
I can only give my left toe how much I get. You get like you get 10 monthly listeners on Spotify for a left toe, buddy.
during the Harmony era, you could tell something had changed. He was smoking a ton of cigarettes. He was pretty outspoken about being.
Oh my God. You guys know how, like, when you're a kid, you're like, I'll never try drugs. I'll never smoke cigarettes, blah, blah, blah. What did I just drop? Right? I tried cigarettes because of Christopher Drew. Like, Christopher Drew was the role model that your parents, like warned you about. They're like, yeah, don't touch cigarettes. It doesn't make you cool. Oh, hell no, bitch. You ever seen Christopher fucking Drew smoke a cigarette? Brother, it looks cool as I am trying that shit. I want to be him. Like, it's so like, I'm sure he alone, he like got at least 1,000 kids hooked on fucking nicotine, bro.
High all the time, and his aura in general just felt darker. It was quite a big contrast.
Yo, Kevin, have a good night,
compared to
dude.
the initial image he presented himself with. It was a far cry from the goofy little kid everybody had fallen in love with, which of course was unfortunate, but at the same time, it also created a sense of care and curiosity. What is happening to Chris? Did something change recently? Why is he acting that way? Those were the questions on everybody's mind, and yet, the answer was right in front of us the whole time. The music industry. That's what happened. That's when
The
things
evil.
took a turn and the main focus of his songwriting shifted to frustration and disappointment.
Before
Damn it.
we move in.
Hey, we gotta get Yan paid somehow, though, baby. I'll take these ads.
It's often when you reach your
Yo,
goals
Kine, what
that you
up?
realize you didn't want it in the first place, which, unfortunately, is exactly what happened to him. He was just a little kid doing his best, trying to make his dreams a reality, and suddenly, he was treated as a product with a ton of new corporate rules to follow.
If the label thinks it's good, you know, if they want to do it, then I'll do it, you know. And it's not about me, you know. It's not about staying true to my artistic self, you know what I mean? It's about getting to as many people as I can, and you know, just trying to spread like a positive message. You know, as long as my music's positive, I feel like it's gonna do positive things, even like in a very commercial society.
Chris was simply trying to make the best out of it and accept the situation as much as he could.
I had one of these werewolf hats. Again, because of Chris, except mine was like cheap as fuck from online. I probably got it for like $12. It looked like shit compared to his. It looked like dog water.
But with perspective, when you look back and read between the lines, he was clearly sad and miserable, constantly trying to cope, desperately looking for an escape.
And cigarettes are my only escape. I'll
More
grab
than
my...
anything,
Damn it.
he felt lonely. That's when Chris called for reinforcements.
Yeah, bro, he was traveling the country so young. That's gotta be lonely as fuck. And the crazy part is, yeah, like that feeling of being lonely, even though you're literally going city to city, show to show, meeting hundreds of kids, I'm sure it's still a lonely ass feeling, dude.
He quickly realized he didn't have to be alone, and Never Shout Never went from being an acoustic solo project to a full-on rock band.
Yeah, we're just trying to grow up because we're not just little teenage kids anymore. You know, I turn 20 next year, okay?
Chris was already surrounded by his friends since the very beginning, but the difference was at that moment, he made it official. Together, they became a united front, and best believe they were going to act accordingly, moving forward. The thing is, as much as Chris had found peace with Never Shout Never musically, he still somehow needed an outlet to express all the anger he had built up.
Eat me while I'm hot, baby! Eat me while I'm hot! Oh, he's so hot!
Eat Me Me While I'm Hot was his metal side
Oh
project.
my god, Eat Me While I'm Hot was so good. But it was literally meant as like a tongue-in-cheek like joke band, and it ended up actually being really fucking good. If you haven't listened to All My Friends, please, for the love of Christ, do. Please.
Which you really never talked about up until that moment. It began around the same time as Never Shout Never, and sure had followed Chris's roller coaster of emotions through his journey.
Right here, oh my god, this bitch right here, such a good record. This one was good too. This one was good too. And then it goes to shit. And then this Mushroom album, holy fuck, it was ass. I don't know what happened. I don't know what drug he took. What the fuck? Bro, it was like banger, holy drop the ball. I didn't think it was possible to go from that good to that ass in a single fucking album cycle. And I don't know if he's going to touch on this or not. Christopher Drew had this weird thing when it came to like band names, right? Like Eat Me While I'm Hot, it was called Mr. Owl, then Eat Me Raw, Eat Me While I'm Hot, like, and even Never Shout Never, it was like Never Shout Never, then stylistically change it, and then like the Shout and like Kristen to Shout. Like he's always changing project names, which also made it kind of difficult to like follow along if you're like not already like balls deep into the Chris lore.
What originally began as a goofy little side project eventually became a dark, serious, and angry metal band, which was an absolute perfect match with their new mindset, because at this point, Chris and the band had enough. It was officially the beginning of the rebellion.
Get back to the questions, come on. Let's see this. Come on. Next time you're back, hopefully you'll practice enough to where you can outsmart us. For now, I think we still got you beat. It seems like you...
What the fuck? I've never seen that interview. What the fuck? That was so rude. What a piece of shit. Hold on. What?
Get back to the questions, come on. Let's see this. Come on. Next time you're back.
Bro, if a motherfucker, damn, that V-neck is deep. If a motherfucker slapped my notes like that, oh my god, I would punch him in the throat. What a dick.
Hopefully you'll practice enough to where you can outsmart us. For now, I think we still got you beat. It seems like you are trying to make a mockery of all the bands
This
that
is
you're
the infamous
interviewing, you know, and really we're, you know, especially whenever somebody's passionate and being true to their art and true to their heart. I mean, dude, we don't really want to talk about this type of things. We want to talk about our art and what we're doing. We're in the studio right now, and that's what we've been doing. The thing is, you know, these guys don't appreciate questions that are bullshit, because these guys are real musicians. I don't know if you know that. Realness isn't always just happy-go-lucky questions or answers, you know. It's real shit, you know. And if you want to be a part of that real shit, you can, or you can, you know, keep being a joke.
After
Okay, really quick, for context for that last interview, because in my comment section, I was like, basically, like, there were people that were defending Chris and the band for treating Brian Stars like shit. Now, obviously, Brian Stars ended up being a piece of shit scumbag, but there could be two idiots in one story, right? Ego and Diork, yeah. But people were like defending Chris, and I think it's because they had that bias against Brian already, him being who he is. And it's like, if in this specific situation, like ignoring, right? If we're looking at this situation specifically, right? Basically, Chris was upset at Brian Stars asking him in the band like questions like, oh, what's the girliest feature about you? And if you were a porn star, what would your porn star name be? Blah, 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 right? Brian drove like 6 to 8 hours or 12 hours, whatever the fuck it was, for that interview. And Chris knew it was an important interview. But for some reason, a lot of people are failing to realize how, like, Chris wasn't the bad guy, or Chris was the bad guy in this situation, despite what Brian Stars did like years after, right? People were saying, oh yeah, Chris was right. Why is Brian asking these dumbass questions? Sure, that you can say that. Why is he asking these dumbass questions? However, that was the second interview that Chris and the band did with Brian already, and knew exactly what they were signing up for when they accepted that second interview. So it's not, oh yeah, Chris is right, he was in the right to treat Brian Stars like shit. No, they were bullying the guy, and knew, like, for, there was no way it wasn't like premeditated bullying. because they knew exactly the type of interview they were signing up for, especially because they did that first one that ended up being extremely successful. And Brian was just trying to replicate questions that made that first interview so magical. It's like, if I invite you over to my house, fellas, and we have spaghetti and meatballs. You love that dish. Oh, yo, Lou, I'm coming through. Make that spaghetti again. Okay, make you the same spaghetti. But now you're mad at me for making that spaghetti. Why are you serving me the same fucking dish? What, I'm not special to ya? No, bitch. You had spaghetti last time, you loved it. Why am I not going to serve you up another plate of spaghetti? You feel me? You can still be called out for being a dick if the other person also a dick. Yeah, and for some reason, in everybody's mind, every single story has to have like a good and an evil. It's like, no, dickhead. Like, two evils could be in one story.
Years of constantly feeling misunderstood by the world, Chris desperately wanted to be seen as an artist, not some goofy little kid who blew up on MySpace somehow.
Which is hard if that's your
Anybody
brand.
who would make him feel otherwise would get the very same treatment, to one exception: drugs.
Every experience has led up to this experience, you know. Everything that I've ever known, I've turned it upside down, and that's what the truth is.
Now, hold on. I heard something about this interview specifically. Was it in this comment section where somebody said like that girl from the cat interview? I don't want to be wrong, but I think they said something about her like offing herself. Let me, was it here? Let me see. Just a quick little scroll. Hold on, let me just like cat. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, you can't control F in fucking Microsoft Edge, whatever. It's like whenever you walk down Main Street, a kid chucks a rock at you, but you continue to walk down Main Street knowing the kid will chuck a rock at you. So then you walk down Main Street one day and the kid chucks a rock at you and you start attacking him. Yeah, fuck that kid. Well, you could have just not walked down Main Street.
Do you want to remove your cat mask for a moment? I'm about to ask about your facial tattoos.
I honestly can't right now because I'm living
Yo,
the cat
Coy.
life.
Oh, I
I
see.
can't let you see the dark
Yeah, we're all gaying up over here. Me, Coy, Caleb, Chris.
behind the mask. You wouldn't like it.
Frustration comes in many forms, and one
yeah,
way
right
to
here.
shut all the voices down and feel better for a moment is to self-medicate, which again comes at a cost. Sure, it can give you a sense of creativity and liberation for a brief period of time, but ultimately, it's not solving any of your problems. All of which led to what I like to call the experimental phase.
Okay.
You're like, whatever comes out.
Hot take. I actually liked Time Travel. I know a lot, like, that is a very divisive album. A lot of people leaning to mostly like ass, especially like if you go back and listen today. I still think some of those songs hold up. Silver Ecstasy. Oh, Robot. Oh, Time Travel alone, like the title track. Oh,
Comes out and
don't care. Still good.
let's have some fun doing it. We were just super high the whole time too.
Time travel was a statement. It was the final nail in the coffin to anyone's
But
hope
also, it felt like Chris was just doing too much. I always thought current Chris and Yen both looked the same with the face. Yeah, they're just clones of each other.
Chris would.
It wasn't for you. I feel you, but some of those songs are just so good. And maybe it's that I forced myself to like them because it was Chris. Like, for example, Gonzo. Goddamn, Gonzo was. It's so ass. Gonzo is so ass. But I forced myself to like some of those songs because it was Chris.
Ever go back to what Never Shot Never used to be? He basically intended to smoke away his old image by appealing to all the stoners of this world. At this point, he didn't care at all if his fans were about it or not. What actually mattered to him and the band was to make something real, something they could really be proud of at the end of the day, because to them, early Never Shot Never was nothing more than a gimmick. However, by the time Indigo and Sunflower
No,
came
wait,
around-
I wouldn't say early Never Shot Never was a gimmick. I think, was it? I don't know. I don't know if I defined it as a gimmick. I think it was just like a young boy writing like young boy music. I don't know if it was really a gimmick. I think it was just like a kid just like displaying himself on the internet. You know what I mean? Maybe I misheard that. Hold on.
Thing more than a gimmick. However, by the time Indigo and Sunflower came around, most of the darkness had faded away and the band seemed to be in a much better place in general.
Yeah, Sunflower was good. Indigo I didn't like at all. I hated it. But Sunflower was actually a pretty good one and actually felt like a mature evolution of like the early Chris days. Just like you do, just like you should do. Are always the same in this town. I'm looking up.
That's not to say they gotta.
And yeah, so he also started doing. Damn, I have all this Chris knowledge that I'm just spitting at you guys. He's also started doing like covers of his own songs. Like for example, he made Trouble Reggae. That shit was ass. But like he would just do like these reimagined versions of his songs like live. That it was fun, but it's like. Nah, bro. Some of this shit, like, his ass is fuck.
100% sober. Quite the opposite, actually, but still, it gave people hope. Something their audience desperately needed at the time. At this point, the question had to be asked. Would Chris finally find happiness, or would he let his addictions and his demons take over and win the war?
Oh my god, that song was so good, too! We okay.
Hey,
those are good songs.
We okay. Probably the most reassuring words we could ever hear from Never Shop Never in 2015. Needless to say, it was as wholesome as it was great to see Chris and the band in such a good place, not only musically, but as individuals.
You know, I think that changing styles is a good thing, and we're just gonna keep changing. So I think that's what.
Okay, love Black Cat. Yeah. See, Black Cat very obviously like the record label sprinkled the record label shit in, but honestly for the better. Like Black Cat genuinely felt like Chris didn't really know how to tap back into that older crowd that he, that grew to love him. In a perfect world, time travel, holy shit, I just like almost bit my tongue. In a perfect world, time travel and Indigo wouldn't exist, so it just would have been Sunflower Black Cat, right? Because that feels like a natural evolution of someone growing up with his audience, and it like you can very easily tell that the record label was like steering the wheel for that album cycle. But I think, yeah, for the fucking better. They like helped assist him in steering the right direction.
They discover new things and they invent things. So that's what we're hoping to do.
The release of Black Cat created such a beautiful celebration in our scene, and it genuinely felt like a victory lap for Chris. Simply because I think this was the album he always wanted to release.
Yes, that's so well said. 100%. And yeah, like when Black Cat released, it really did feel like, okay, this is a new chapter of the band that like everyone is about to like dig.
I mean, just imagine we could go back in time to be there for Chris and give him all the support he needed so he can release Black Cat instead of time travel. I don't know about you, but I sincerely believe this would have changed everything. This album was the perfect balance of the youthful energy he originally had, mixed with the musicianship he had managed to achieve with their full lineup. All in all, this was Never Shop Never at its full potential.
Yeah, that's really well said.
Up so high, without the noose that used to, 'cause I'm only as tall as my heart will let me be.
See, that On the Bright Side reimagined version was so good.
And then, nothing.
Yeah, that's so
Get ready for something new.
Where is it, Chris? Where's the new?
In years. Needless to say, his fans were extremely excited, and I mean, who could blame them? After all, his last shows were so long ago already. He did release some covers in 2018, but let's be honest, it didn't feel the same at all.
Look at that view. Imagine you're a full-time musician and this is where you record. This is actually so pretty.
And I mean, a Never Shout Never come back in 2021? People were very happily surprised, to say the least, since before his hiatus, Chris seemed to have a lot of fun playing his old songs for once, and he sure seemed to be doing much better, so it was very promising. It had the potential to be the best comeback of all time, but it wasn't.
Wait, hold
Potential
on.
to be the
What the
best.
fuck? Look at Buddy's glasses. What the fuck, dude? You look like a fucking robot. What are you wearing, bro? What the fuck? Vision fucking squared. What the hell is that, bro?
Comeback of all time, but
It looks like he's looking through a fucking calculator.
it wasn't. It was a completely different version of Chris, and not in a good way. He ended up calling himself
Shen Chao,
who
bro!
apparently was an evil dragon.
Shen Chao, my goat! The evil dragon, Shen Chao.
And instead of releasing new music, he just posted weird random
Cat-
stuff both on
Yo!
Twitter and Instagram.
Words of wisdom.
People were worried, understandably so, and let me tell you, his responses just made things worse, much worse.
Bro, I shouldn't be laughing at this because clearly Chris is going through some shit. Since when did you have face tats? Nope. What the fuck?
At least,
So sad,
he did get
bro.
some support when he announced that he was sober, but unfortunately, his sobriety didn't last very long, and despite him eventually switching his account name for Chris Drew, his posts were just as weird. At this point, long gone was the adorable, goofy little kid we all loved, and that's not to say we don't care about him anymore.
damn.
In fact,
Bro, what a... God damn. Yo, Dark. Thanks for the follow, dude. What a... Imagine... Bro, I feel like if you took this photo of Chris and went back in time to his MySpace days and showed him like, hey, man, this is how you're gonna look like in like fucking 10, 15 years, I think he wouldn't believe it. Like, I don't think anyone would believe it. Like, he looks insane, bro. And I know he started like getting into fashion and shit, so I'm curious to know if this is like a fashion choice to look like this, or like he's just like unwell. Because if you were to ask anyone, it looks like he's just unwell.
I personally have so much compassion for him, and I think that's how we should feel about it. Because laughing at someone's demise won't do anything good, and instead, we should be grateful for everything he gave us.
Okay, wait. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta see those albums again.
Grateful for everything he gave us.
Okay. Banger, banger, banger. Half of the songs are good. Half of the songs are good. Quarter of the songs are good. Dog shit. Banger, banger. This was just fun. Also, Recycled Youth Volume 1. Oh, my face cam is covering it. So this was Recycled Youth. This was essentially just reimagined versions of his like older songs. I think it was so cool. And I was so excited to read Volume 1 because I'm like, okay, we're going to get another batch of music like this. And I was so fucking excited to then just be disappointed that we never got a Volume 2.
After all, Never Shout Never was always there when we needed it the most, and in the end, that's what we should focus on. Because to me, it seems like people didn't realize that Chris was just a little kid with a dream and it cost him everything. So since everything is vibration and energy in this world, instead of judging and laughing, let's honor and celebrate all his achievements over the years. And who knows, maybe through that, Chris will finally find peace and happiness.
He looks good there.
This was the rise and fall of Never Shout
Woo!
Never. Thank you so much for
You're
watching.
welcome,
And
Yan.
I'll see
fucking banger video. That was cool, man. That was cool. That was nice. I think he did a good job. I think he did a really, really good job. Shout out XDN. He be in chat sometimes. Go follow, sub, if you haven't to him. Anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with me for this long. We're a little bit over, but that's fine. I don't mind doing that for y'all. I don't mind. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for community night, and we are also going to do community playlist. We're gonna do, I forget. I wanted to do something fun. I forget what the fun thing was, other than like tier listing Jackbox and community playlist review. I gotta look at my list of ideas because I think I had a banger. By the way, I don't know why it took me this long, but I listened to Koyo's latest record. They released it, when was it? May 8th. They released it earlier this month. I finally got around to listening to it a few days ago, and there's no skips on it. There's no fucking skips at all. Anyway, guys, love you guys. Go listen to Koyo. Go touch grass. Go get some pussy. I'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be here. XOXO, bro. Join the Discord if you're on YouTube. Link in description. If you're on Twitch, !Discord. Be safe.